Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. For any of you that are new, welcome in. My name is Melissa. Thank you all for joining me here today for our pick a card video. Today's topic is going to be reading on your July 2021 career prediction. So this reading is intended to give you guys kind of an outlook or a snapshot of the energies, events, people of significance that are coming your way as it pertains to your career in the month of July. So these are general in nature. Always keep that in mind. There may be messages that resonate very specifically with you, while other messages may not. So please take what resonates and leave behind anything that doesn't. And also keep in mind too, you guys, that when it comes to these predictive style readings, this is not intended to be your destiny. No tarot prediction is your destiny. You guys have free will to make your own choices and decisions and create whatever outcome you're wanting to create for yourself. So if you ever see anything predicted in today's reading or any other predictive reading, just keep in mind, like, if you don't like what you're seeing, you just got to pivot a little bit and switch up your energy so that you can attract in something a bit different for yourself, okay? So today we're going to be working with 3 decks, and I'm also going to be shuffling some oracle cards and using those during your reading as well. So starting off here on the left, we have deck number 1 with some blue apatite. We have deck number 2 with some pyrite, and then we have deck number 3 with some prehnite. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Think about your career in the month of July. Select the deck or the crystal you're feeling the most intuitively pulled to. And click the timestamp below that corresponds to your selection. I'll see you guys at your reading. Bye. Hey there, group number 1. If you all chose the Weird Cat Tarot with this beautiful blue apatite stone, then this is going to be your reading about your career for the month of July. I'm just going to set this right up here for now. And we are going to be shuffling your tarot cards on camera and pulling these pre-shuffled oracle cards to support the message. I'm going to start off with your Moonology, and then we'll get into your tarot. So overall energy you guys are working with when it comes to career this month is the void of course moon. Nothing will come of this situation. Okay. So initially what I'm feeling with this, pile number 1, is that maybe July is a month where nothing really crazy is happening in career. Things may just feel like the status quo. Another message coming through is that there might be some sort of opportunity with career that feels really promising at the beginning, but then you kind of realize that it's not really meant for you, or the opportunity sort of like diminishes, if that makes sense. The other thing to know about the void of course moon is that when we're committing to things during a void of course moon, a lot of times it doesn't necessarily work out. And all it means is that, you know, there's something better out there for you. So don't click off yet, because I want to get a little bit more information here with your tarot cards, just so that we can get a better insight into what's going on, and then we'll look into your oracles, the rest of your oracles. So for my group number 1s, when it comes to their career, I'm going to do reversals for you. What do we need to know? What's the energy? What events are happening this month for them? Let's get the events happening for them in order, from beginning to the ending of the month. This is also probably going to be a month of a resting period for some of you guys, or maybe just like not taking career too seriously. See. Ooh. All right. Yeah. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune reverse. We have the King of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. And the Emperor. Yeah. Lots of leadership qualities coming through for your month for career. Bottom deck, we have the 9 of Wands. So yeah, this is kind of about taking a time out or taking a break from something, or almost like giving up on something is another message that I'm hearing coming through. So with this void of course moon, as I was mentioning, you guys, this can sometimes indicate a period in our career where just nothing nothing's really happening, or maybe we're presented with an opportunity that falls through because it's maybe not the right timing, or, the universe decides that it's not quite the right time for us. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here with the first message here of the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. The Wheel of Fortune reverse is sort of like when something happens, the universe throws us a curveball, and it feels like we're getting an unlucky break, or we're feeling like something's not quite going our way. We might feel that there's some friction going on as it pertains to an opportunity or an energy within our career. And I'm seeing you guys in that energy at the very beginning of the month of July. But with this King of Swords right next to it, I see this as being really positive, because this is about the mentality of handling the situation with logic and reason. So even if this isn't working out, or this is some sort of curveball that's happening in your career that's throwing you off, I do see you guys handling this with a really mature, just logical sense of leadership here. I also see for some of you that this Wheel of Fortune reverse and the King of Swords could be more about, this energy of structure being forced upon you that maybe you weren't really expecting in your career, because the King of Swords does talk about more of a rigid sort of energy of like, this is the way we do it, this is the time we're doing it, this is how you do it. It doesn't really give a lot of room for creativity. It's just more black and white energy. So for some of you, if you aren't this King of Swords, the King of Swords could just be presenting the energy of this Wheel of Fortune reverse that's coming through for you. But again, with that Void of Course Moon, this isn't really a permanent energy. This is something that you guys are temporarily moving through. Moving in toward the remainder of the month here, we do have the Queen of Cups. So this could be maybe like someone in your space, like a mentor or a leader, or somebody that you feel that you can really go to for emotional support. This could be a manager. Like I said, it could be a mentor. This can also be your energy. We have a lot of, like I said, people and leaders here on the board. So we've got air energy with this King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Emperor represents Aries. So there could be a lot of people you guys are dealing with this month in career, lots of different characters influencing or presenting themselves to you. But either way, if this is not like a mentor or another person, this could just be talking about your energy of feeling more maybe emotionally connected to your work, kind of releasing this rigidity going on and coming to terms with the love that you had for your work again. I can also see this as being for a lot of you, maybe you guys watching this are leaders, because we do have, like I said, a lot of strong leadership here. So this could be a transition from being more like that rigid leader to deal with whatever this Wheel of Fortune is, to now getting to go back to being more compassionate. But by the ending of the month, we do have the message of the Emperor. So we're kind of getting back to those like rigid rules, regulations, structure, things like that. Getting back to like rebuilding a foundation is something I'm hearing coming through. And maybe this Wheel of Fortune reverse was something that sort of tried the foundation of your work or disrupted the foundation of your work. And so the Emperor talks about getting back to doing things the right way, quote unquote, or building a framework or structure for what work you're doing. This can also talk about restrictions too, you guys. So again, like tying it back to that Wheel of Fortune and the Void of Course Moon, if you guys have an opportunity that's presenting itself to you this month and it falls through, the Emperor card can be talking about right now there's restrictions or something that's preventing it from coming to its full fruition, okay? So let's go ahead and set this guy here. I want to look at your Animal Spirit Oracle cards next. So we have the Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace, okay? We also have the Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. So I'm definitely getting the impression that this month for career is about you guys learning a really valuable lesson in some form or fashion. And I do think the universe is presenting that to you at the beginning of the month with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I think at the beginning of the month, when you guys are moving through this, it's going to be like you're in this space of gratitude of like, okay, you know what? This is not going my way. I'm not really happy with these circumstances, but I'm going to handle this with poise, like that King of Swords. And I'm just going to be grateful that I have a role right now. I'm going to be grateful for what I have. And I'm going to try my best to work through this situation that's being thrown toward me. By the ending of the month here with that Elephant Spirit, I feel like you guys are kind of in that reflection mode of like whatever this chaotic seemingly energy was, or whatever this, energy was from the universe that kind of maybe threw you off course. I feel like the Elephant Spirit is about you guys being able to reflect on the month. And now with that Emperor, we're building that framework of like, that is never going to happen again. We're learning from that past issue. we're not going to make whatever mistake again, or if this happens again, I'm going to have the skill set to be able to be better equipped to handle it going forward. Okay. So yeah, again, with that Void of Course Moon, you guys, with career this month, this is not a situation that's permanent. This just feels like a temporary energy that you guys are trying to work through. That might test you a little bit, but it seems like you're going to be able to learn a lot from that situation as you move forward. The last card we have is an archetype card. So let's see what archetype of significance you're working with this month. Okay, so this card talks about surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. This talks about giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. There could be a little bit of both of those energies at play this month for you, group number 1. But going back to that turkey spirit of giving with gratitude and grace and the King of Swords, I do feel like you guys are managing the situation really well. And I think it's this energy, this attitude that you guys have of like, you know what, like I just have to you're managing it through like trusting the universe and just giving whatever you can to the situation. And even though there's this strong leadership here, I do see you guys managing the situation by staying in your power. I'm not really seeing any fear of you guys making your own choices and decisions as it pertains to navigating the situation because, like I said, there's tons of leadership qualities coming through here. So I think this card is just really mimicking the message of the turkey spirit, which is about, you know, continuing to do your work, continuing to move through the situation with gratitude and knowing that, you know, the universe will take care of you, that this is just a temporary phase where you guys may feel like you need to give a little bit more to your situation at work than you've done so in the past. But the positive thing, you guys are coming out with a new structure and a new framework for something at work. So it feels like you guys are ending the month on a really positive note. So we're going to go ahead and close it out there, group 1, but I would love to hear how this message resonated with you. So definitely drop me a comment below and let me know. Thank you all so much for taking the time to view this reading today, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. Hi there, group number 2. If you guys chose the Wild Unknown Tarot and this little pyrite, this is going to be a reading about your career for the month of July. So I'm going to just kind of set that guy up there. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to start off by pulling your Moonology Oracle so we can get a sense of the overall energy you're working with. Then we're going to shuffle your tarot cards on camera to get some more specific detail and supplement with the rest of your oracles later. So let's take a look at your overall energy for this month. So you guys have the new moon in Sag. Luck is on your side. This is beautiful energy. So there is a new beginning coming through for you in career this month, group number 1. The new moon in Sag is fire energy. So this could be about something creative or something that you all feel really passionately about when it comes to career. And with this being Sag, this is very much about being able to explore and travel. So for some of you, you could be traveling to new places this month. Maybe you are looking to relocate and you're exploring, you know, what areas that you want to live this month. But this is very much about discovery, right? Discovery and exploration and feeling really abundant. I think that you guys are going to end up with a lot of opportunities presenting themselves to you. And this month is just going to be about like, where do I want to start? New moon energy, new beginnings. So if any of you are looking for a new career this month, it feels like it's going to be a really lucky time for you. Or if any of you are just looking for a new excitement in your career, like a rejuvenation or revitalization of some passion, it feels like you're trying to find a way to get that this month. So let's go ahead and we're going to shuffle these tarot cards on camera so that we can see maybe a little bit more details of what's happening as the month progresses for you. So let's go ahead and clarify this new moon in Sag for my pile number 2 for their career this month. All right. So we've got the World reversed, the 7 of Cups, okay, makes sense. We have the 4 of Swords reversed, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Interesting. Bottom deck energy, we have the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, you guys might be, there is this undertone, I think, of wanting to explore and be a little bit more creative in your work this month. And I feel like you guys are really trying to find a sense of purpose or a sense of completion. I feel like you guys may really be trying to complete a cycle or close something out or build something new with this Three of Pentacles, but it definitely feels like you are running into maybe some challenges as you're trying to figure out what direction you want to go. Okay, so let me explain. Beginning of the month here, we've got the World card being reversed with the Seven of Cups. So the World is like when we're completing a cycle, when we're finishing something out so that we're able to start something new. And there's something at the beginning of the month that's not completed just yet. So maybe you guys are still stuck in a current role that you're not happy in, and you're trying to find a way to finish it out. This can also be about us not learning a lesson. And so we now have to repeat a lesson that we've already learned. But for majority of you, I'm kind of feeling like there's this feeling of wanting to close something out and find something new. And with that Seven of Cups, the reason I was laughing when it came up was because this is about this exploration energy. The Seven of Cups is about like looking at all your options and seeing that there's a lot of options, right? But the downside to the Seven of Cups is that sometimes there's so many things that we're interested in and there's so many things that we are exploring or want to explore that we don't get anything done because we're putting our efforts and energy into too many different places. So during the beginning to the middle of the month, I definitely see you guys kind of moving through a little bit of confusion, definitely exploring, like I was mentioning, and maybe trying out new things, testing the waters in new places. But I think that you guys might be finding it a little bit challenging to figure out like where you want to go and where you specifically want to place your intentions. So just be on the lookout for that energy, you guys. I feel like this group, you guys probably have a lot of ideas and a lot of different things that resonate with you. And it feels difficult to figure out like what the best path forward is, or what's the one thing or two things that you can dedicate the most effort to. As we round out to the ending of the month, maybe with the Seven of Cups too, there's been a little bit of like stagnancy here. So this exploration energy, it could be that you guys are traveling to different places or just researching different things, and it's leaving your brain feeling really clouded and foggy. I do see there's like this shift more toward the ending of the month here of July with this Four of Swords reversed. Because the Four of Swords reverse talks about like making moves again, right? So instead of staying confused and cloudy, we're tapping into that third eye. We're coming out of a period of rest. And I see you guys kind of getting your energy prepared to do something a little bit different. And at the end of the month, we have the Wheel of Fortune reverse. So I definitely think that this could be, again, it feels like the same kind of energy with that World reverse, where it's like there's a cycle here that we're trying to close out, we're trying to change up our luck, but we're having a hard time figuring out how to spin the wheel in our favor versus the wheel spinning us back. And this could also be for some of you, like the Wheel of Fortune reverse. This actually came up in group 1. So if you guys were drawn to group 1, you should go back because the Wheel of Fortune was in their reading as well. And so I'm getting the impression that for some of you, there could be something this month that the universe sort of like throws a curveball at you and you're trying to figure out how to fix it, or you're trying to figure out how to maneuver through, which could be causing some of that confusion energy and that stagnancy here. But let's look and see from the rest of your cards what other energies you guys are working with so we can get some clarity here. So we have the Skunk Spirit, know your worth. Okay. We have the Stag Spirit, take the lead. Makes a lot of sense, you guys. This is about being confident in yourself and knowing that you're worthy of any and everything that you desire when it comes to your career. And I feel like there is a little bit of like a lack of leadership that you guys are struggling with this month with that Seven of Cups and these reversals on the World and the Wheel of Fortune. So this month, you guys are really being guided to work on your confidence and feel good about the fact that like luck is on your side. The universe is on your side. The universe wants to co-create with you to help you find the best match for your career path. So I think a lot of you this month will need to work on sort of raising your vibration, making sure that you're not settling for anything less than what you deserve and desire. And maybe knowing your worth while you're going through this exploration phase can help you guys narrow down what are the best options for you, okay? So if this is about like maybe you're in a role and they're pulling you in a ton of different directions, this could be about needing to have like a fearless conversation with your supervisor and saying like, hey, like I'm being spread too thin. I don't deserve this treatment. How can we narrow it down a little bit, right? Or if you guys are on a job search and you're looking for a new opportunity, you know, instead of trying to figure out which of the 7 cups is the best, make a list of things that you know you deserve and desire in a career, match it up with those 7 cups, and try to narrow down your options so that you're only investing energy and exploration into the things that you know are going to be worth your time. With the stag spirit of taking the lead, I also think that, like I was mentioning, I think you guys might be struggling with leadership this month and just figuring out, like, it's hard, right? Because I totally get where you guys are at with that 7 of cups. It's confusing energy. It's a lot of things on the plate, and it's a lot of things that we might be interested in. And that does create an energy of stagnancy here. So I think that this month you all are also being really guided in tandem with working on your confidence to be working on your leadership and making sure that you are in the driver's seat of your career. You are in control of your career. And we're not waiting around for somebody else to like throw us a bone. Because with these World and Wheel of Fortunes in reverse, I'm wondering if some of you have been waiting for an opportunity to just be presented to you and it's not really coming in the form or fashion that you want, or you're disappointed in what it is. And so this is about taking the lead on that Wheel of Fortune and creating your own destiny, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune can be the universe, but it can also talk about us needing to take the reins on our own career and start steering it in the direction that we know we want to go. But until you know your direction, it's going to feel difficult to do, okay? So the archetype card that came through for you guys was the Artist. This talks about expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. These cards are so dramatic sometimes, I swear. But so I definitely think I was kind of picking up on this with the 3 of Pentacles, that maybe some of you are really searching for a purpose in your career that feels more creative or artistic, or we're looking for a way to express ourselves creatively here this month. And I definitely see that coming through with Sagittarius. I see that coming through with the 7 of Cups. Like that was one of the first things that came to mind with that 7 of Cups is this group feels like they have a lot of different interests, right? And so I think for you guys this month, tapping into your creativity would be really helpful. I also think that when you're trying to make your choices and decisions about what direction you want to go with your career this month, this is about like finding things that resonate with your creativity. So you don't necessarily literally need to be an artist to resonate with this group, but what are the things that you feel excited to create for work? Is it sewing? Is it knitting? Is it painting? Is it drawing? Is it, creating something on the computer? There's a lot of things that mean creativity to different people. Is it like building something, right? I think what would really help you all this month is to tap back into your creativity and use this as the driver of the way you're exploring your career. If this could be about infusing more creativity and excitement into your current role. This can also be something to anchor back to as you guys may be looking for a new opportunity as well. So let me know, pile number 2, how this message resonated with you for career for July. I'm really excited to hear how your month goes. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to view today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey there, group number 3. If you guys chose the Spirit Song Tarot with this little Pray Night crystal, this is going to be a reading all about your career for the month of July. So like I was mentioning with the other groups, I am going to be shuffling your tarot deck on camera, but first we're going to look at your Moonology Oracle so that we can get some insight into the overall energy you're working with this month. So for group 3, we have the new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. Very nice. So this is a new energy that you all are working with in career this month. And Aries energy is very passionate. It's very fiery. So there's a new beginning that's being presented here for you this month. And it's going to require you guys to make a lot of moves, to take action, as the card says, okay? So you guys might be working through something creative this month, with this being a fire sign. This could also just simply be about you all finally having the stamina and vitality to really push towards something new. So this could be about something you're trying to do in your current role, and there's a new, maybe something you're going after. If you guys are looking for a new role, then this is a month where you're going to feel really ignited to make some really big moves, okay? But we're going to shuffle these cards so we can get a little bit deeper insight into the specifics of how your month is going to go. So let's go ahead and clarify this new moon in Aries for my group number 3. Let's see, what are the energies, events, people of the highest significance presenting themselves to my group 3 viewers as they navigate their career this month? Let's go ahead and see group 3. Okay, so we start off the month here with the 2 of Feathers reversed. We have the 4 of Acorns, which is the 4 of Wands. We have the Knight of Acorns, which is the Knight of Wands, but it is reversed. And then we have the Page of Acorns, which is the Page of Wands, reversed. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Crystals, which is the King of Pentacles. Okay. All right, pile number 3. I'm getting the impression that you guys are really, really comfortable with your career as it is right now, or at least that energy is presenting itself to you this month. It's interesting, we have this fire energy coming through, and all of the 2 cards that indicate movement and quickness are blocked. They're coming up reversed. So I definitely think that you guys, I think the challenge that you all are dealing with this month in your career is coming to a realization here at the beginning of the month that it's time to come out of a stalemate. It's time to make a decision here. 2 of Feathers or 2 of Swords, decisions and direction, right? This is when we're at a crossroads, we're at a stalemate. We know that something is happening. We know that we might need to make a change or take a decision, but we're not seeing it right now, or we're choosing not to do it right now. So you guys are certainly coming to this realization at the beginning of the month that you're ready and that it's time to now make a different route or take a different change. But with the 4 of Acorns, which is the 4 of Wands, you guys are very comfortable where you are, is what I see here. The 4 of Wands does talk about comfort, community. It talks about being in a workplace where we've already built a foundation. We already feel solid. We like the people we work with. We're comfortable, right? And even though this is a beautiful energy, when we're trying to take a new direction or make changes, this can actually present itself as a blockage. Because when we're comfortable, sometimes it's harder to want to initiate that change. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here at the beginning of your month. It's like, okay, I know I need to do that, but things are going really well. I'm really comfortable where I am. I like where I work, et cetera, okay? So this is why the new moon in Aries energy is presenting itself to you, group number 3, because this month you're really being guided to start taking action. You have the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands here, both reversed. And so toward the ending of the month, it's like, even though you know you got to make a change, there is this energy here to move forward and to make changes in your life when it comes to career, but it's blocked. So maybe some of you guys travel, and travel is going to be like a problem this month, which wouldn't surprise me with everything we've got going on in the world, right? Because this card specifically indicates travel. But look at these. The Knight of Wands upright. This talks about action and drive. Page of Wands, discovery and enthusiasm. So I'm wondering if you guys are a little bit fearful this month of making the necessary action or making the necessary change or taking the necessary actions that you need to take in order to do something different. And you guys will have to let me know. It feels like this group needs to take action, but they're still choosing to stay in their comfort zone. So you'll have to let me know sort of like what your situation is. But this Knight of Wands reverse is like us being, it's like a blockage and being able to really take off. For some of you, this may not necessarily be that you're blocked, but it's more about like wanting to take a more cautious approach versus just diving right into something too. So that could be it toward the ending of the month here with this Knight of Wands. This is about like, okay, I know I'm going to take action, but I'm going to do it on my terms. I'm going to do it in a way that feels comfortable for me. I'm going to think my decisions through versus being really impulsive, which I think is actually a positive thing, because with Aries energy, this can be an impulsive energy. So it's smart of you, if that part of it resonated, to take things slow. Page of Wands as well. This talks about being able to explore. This talks about starting off on a new path. Again, this is reversed, so it is blocked for you. This could just be tapping right into that hesitancy energy that we have with the Knight of Acorns and wanting to sort of take things slow versus blasting off. For others of you, this could be dealing with news or message about your career that's delayed or something that you weren't expecting to hear. So I want to now take a look at your other oracle cards so we can get a little bit more clarity. Okay, so we have the Dove Spirit, be peace. Makes sense. We also have the Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. Exactly. Beginning of your month, you guys are definitely in a very peaceful Zen place. Like, look at this little walrus, how just blissful he looks. Living his best life on his little island, right? You guys may also be receiving messages in the form of birds at the beginning of the month that is like maybe telling you that it's time to make a change. But I definitely see you guys being very Zen. And I think the other thing too with this group is that you all, I think, are very spiritual, and you know that the universe is taking care of you, and whatever happens is going to happen. I kind of feel like there's that sort of hands-off approach of like, I'm surrendering to the universe, which is great. However, we also sometimes have to take action for ourselves. Like, the universe can't co-create what we want with us if we're not doing anything and we're just staying in our comfort zone. So I think you guys are kind of just like being guided at the end of the month to at least take small little baby steps toward something new that you know you need to be doing. So whatever action this is that you guys need to do, and you know that you need to do it, the back half of the month is when you've got that opportunity to do it. Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. So this is about diving into something new, taking advantage of the opportunity that's being presented to you this month and going for it. So you guys just might struggle a little bit this month with fully diving into the opportunity with those blockages here. I think this group tends to be, maybe you guys are planners. You don't like to just do something recklessly, which I relate to for sure. But the Spirit is guiding you to take a leap. So when the opportunity to make a change presents itself to you, you guys need to do it. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. The last card we have is going to be your archetype for the month, and we have the Shapeshifter. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. This is projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. So I think this is about you guys learning to be flexible this month. You know, I'm picking up on a lot of cautious energy here, really for the whole month. And so I think that for you guys with the Shapeshifter, there's a need to maybe shift your mindset around this opportunity so that you're able to see it more clearly and see it from a place of excitement versus seeing it from a place of fear or seeing it from a place of kind of like cautiousness, if that makes sense. Because this talks about being able to see the potential in everything. Maybe this new moon in Aries energy of taking action, whatever the opportunity is that comes your way, maybe this is something that you wouldn't have necessarily considered for yourself, or it doesn't feel like something that resonates with you right away, because those reversals here that also indicates a lack of passion. But the Shapeshifter is saying you have the ability to see the potential in everything. So even if you guys are presented with something that doesn't feel like it would make you want to leave your current situation, or if you're presented with something where it's like, I don't think I can do that, shift your mindset a little bit and try to see the positive in the opportunity. Kind of try to envision what potential could come of this opportunity versus looking at it at face value and being like, I don't know about that. I don't know if I feel like diving into that. Because a lot of times you'll be surprised by the potential that something has to offer you. And we don't always judge things accurately on the first try. I think too, like you guys did have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you guys are just very committed to what it is you're doing. This is another very comfortable energy here. Conservative energy of like, I don't want to make a change. I've built all this up. But your guides are wanting you to spice it up in your career this month. So let me know, Group 3, how this message resonated with you. I'm super curious to hear your feedback. I hope you guys have an awesome month for your career. It looks pretty exciting if you choose to take advantage of the exciting opportunities in this energy. But let me know how it resonated, and thank you for viewing. I'll see you next time.